Hi, I'm Jarrett, developer of Sparkshot, JD2983 on Telegram and also Twitter. I'm going to talk about what we have for the alpha release of Sparkshot here. If you go to the main page, this is what you get. It's just a placeholder, kind of explains a little bit about what the app is about. But if you get in our Telegram, well, you should follow us on Twitter too, but if you get in our Telegram, you'll find out that the link to the app is alpha.sparkshot.io. And this is what we've set up to test, to kind of debug, get some feedback, that kind of thing. We're not selling this art for real. We've kind of got some placeholder art as we're figuring it out. You can click through the various searches. If you want to search for art, you type Bliss, you get Bliss, and then also Blitz. That's a match as well. The artist is referenced by the Bitcoin address that's signed off on the art, so you can search for all the pieces of art for a particular artist. Right now, these are all different at this time. You can navigate into the art. Zoom in and out. Have a look at the purchase pixels. So this is like the Windows XP wallpaper. I ran a script to go by a bunch just to test like all the multi-language support. Unicode, you can do emojis and various non-English languages, as well as normal ASCII characters. As you click on them, it highlights the pixels that are associated with that purchase. On the side, you can do some real-time chat stuff. These are kind of temporary. The purchase messages are sort of the canonical messages, whereas this is just kind of a temporary communication, kind of a troll box type concept that gets interleaved. That's like 243,000 pixels, so that's a moderately sized image, as is this one here. They take not too long, but a couple seconds here to load. There it loaded. So those are kind of larger. There's a lot of pixels in an image like this. Some of these other ones, so like 20,000, that's almost instant to load. We also put up, like, here's the $1 million homepage, if you're familiar with that. It's 1,000 by 1,000 image, so that's 1 million pixels. That's going to take a couple seconds. We can optimize. We still got to optimize the JavaScript a bit to kind of make these load faster. It's not terrible, but it's got to parse through all these pixels and populate it. It's scroll wheel up and down to zoom in and out. As I pointed out, there's two open for some. Okay, I think I clicked no worries about that. So I pointed out these are Bitcoin addresses. So the upload interface. So if you want to sell art on this site, you upload. So I'm not going to actually upload. I'll just show you the interface. So if you got a piece of art, it's the thing you want to sell. I'll just type something to go to the next thing, so you can tag the art and all that. The price file is you can set the price for the various pixels there. Probably needs a whole video in itself. So what you get is a message that it requests that you sign. So you provide a Bitcoin address and a signature of this message. So that will let you then upload to the site. So you, as the artist, you haven't revealed your identity, but you've uploaded art and you've cryptographically authenticated it with a Bitcoin address. So that's what gets attached to the art, and then you have if you do multiple pieces of art, they'll know that it's you because they all have the same Bitcoin message, or the Bitcoin signed message with the same address. So here we go. Here's some pixels that we're going to buy. So we could do a square. I could go found a block. So if that's the message you want to associate with the pixels, so there's some limitations to to how many characters based on how many pixels you buy. So if you go, wrong button. If I go pay, you get the QR code, so you could scan that with your Eclair mobile. You could also launch with, so there's a Bolt 11, which will can launch an app alongside. If I click it, it's still broken. We still got to fix something here. But if I go open link in new tab, it kicks that off, and so what happened here is it launched Spark, which is a local desktop Lightning wallet that I have installed that's connected to my C Lightning instance. So it asks this wallet to go pay, so I'm going to go pay, and hey, it worked. So now the server picked that up, so that officially purchased those pixels for me. So as you can see with that, you can actually fire stuff off pretty quickly. Another thing we did, so if I make another block, I can go at 5 found another. So if I pay that again, this should be smoother, but I can still do it. So if I fire off another one, buy the one next to it, and you notice I put at 5. So there's this set of pixels that I can have reference to that set of pixels. So in a way, that's sort of a threaded conversation between people that are buying. So as this gets populated, hopefully we get some interesting content being added. Okay, so one last thing before I end this here is sort of what's happening a little bit behind the hood. So yeah, here's the signed message. So this is what the artist signed off on, so the user can go validate it themselves. I publish here a Merkle root for the entirety of the art. So if I were to click on this pixel probe tool, first I'm going to click on just an unpurchased pixel, a random one, so 44 or 175 is the coordinate. The price is 125. So down here you see a Merkle proof. So a Merkle proof sums up to that Merkle root that's common for the entire piece of art. So what you're purchasing when you're buying that pixel is the value, which is the solution to this SHA-256, which equals that piece of data. And that piece of data then gets put into the multi-layer Merkle summing, which sums up to the Merkle root. So every pixel will arrive at that value. And yeah, this is what you're purchasing. So now if I am to do the exact same thing on a pixel that has been purchased, the last one we purchased there, it goes, looks that up, and you get this value that's been sold to the user. So and this breaks down this number. So the coordinate, which is X and Y, it's specified in hex. The RGB color, which is purple, in that case the pixel was 125 millisatoshis, and then you get some random data to just avoid somebody guessing the value and messing with the Lightning Network. So as you know, in the Lightning Network, there's a payment hash, which the multi-hop payment set up with. And then to trigger the payment, there is a pre-image that's revealed to actually trigger those satoshis. Now, the way we set this up is all the pixels that got bought in the invoice are actually the second pre-image. So the SHA-256 of all this equals that. So this is the data that's being revealed, which populates the art, and embedded in that is this particular pixel. Which is the data, which includes RGB and the coordinate, which is that's RGB there, and that's the coordinate of the piece of art, as well as other pixels are in there. And yeah, you can validate that yourself. And then here's the Merkle proof with that value actually plugged in. So that's the solution to this. The SHA-256 of that is that, and then that is what gets summed up the Merkle tree, which then goes up to equal the Merkle root. Okay, so that's a brief overview. Now Dean will probably do a similar video that can maybe talk about some of the other UI things we have going on. the search works. We'll do autocomplete. We've implemented actually autocomplete, so it actually fills in as you type. That will work soon, just not in this demo. But yeah, I typed in bliss, and you can kind of misspell words, and it finds that. We're using Redis search to implement that, so it works pretty good. But yeah, so that's the alpha release. Again, please get us in the Telegram group. Yes, please get us in the Telegram group and let us know, play with the app, let us know what you think, give us ideas, suggestions, all that. It's all good. So thanks for listening.